busy. We felt like we did quite a bit during the holiday. Yeah. Didn't watch fireworks or anything, but just kind of celebrated by going out and visiting with family. We did catch a little bit of the fireworks on TV. Oh, excellent. Well, let's just start. Just kind of moving through your energy. And I apologize, my allergies is a bit bad right now. And yeah, just not feeling 100%, but yeah, I'm taking a couple of different medications, usually just Flonase and maybe Claritin. Combing through that energy. Okay. Sorry if you can hear the police siren outside. And doing a lot of jaw clenching. Can see some tension up here and on the sides of your jaw. Okay. Just pulling. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I want you to encourage you rather to go to your doctor if you're dealing with any chronic pain, of course. I can tell you that when I have chronic pain or chronic headaches, obviously try to make sure I'm getting enough water and enough micro and macronutrients. I find that if I am eating a lot of protein and green vegetables, that really helps. And healthy fats, avocado, things like almonds. They are very high calorie for the serving size of the food, but they're very, very good for you. As long as you don't have any medical dietary restrictions, that's very important. Yes. Have you have any food allergies or things that would prevent you from eating those things safely, then obviously we don't want you to do that, but that's just a diet that my body seems to react best to. And I know during these holiday weekends or long weekends or just anything that disrupts our schedule, that can really kind of set us back. I know I've been absent from the gym this entire week, and I'm not stressing about it, and I don't want you to feel like if you're trying to eat better or exercise more regularly, we all fall off that bandwagon sometimes. And the best thing to do is not to beat yourself up. That's actually one of the worst things we can do. Just start now. Just start making good choices again. And that's something that I think a lot of us undervalue. Making good choices doesn't have to wait until Monday or next month or next year. The next choice you make is an opportunity to start changing immediately, and just to get back on track. It is difficult. It's difficult to change our lifestyles, and I want to reassure you that even if you feel like, because often I feel this way, if you feel like I should be better at this, I've been doing this long enough to where I shouldn't be having these problems, that creates a cycle of defeating self-talk. And we start to feel like we can't do something, that we just aren't meant to do something, whether that's lose weight or get up at a certain hour or exercise. That self-defeating talk becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and we feel like all of our worries manifested and came true. But I don't want you to fall into that trap, because you can do the things that you want to do. You can do those things. You just have to allow yourself to make mistakes, which is one of the hardest things many of us have to learn how to do. Let yourself make mistakes, and then just move on. Start making good choices again. Start moving in the direction that you want to move in again. And that's the key. I'll tell you personal anecdote. I really love being at the gym. Really love it. Oh jeez, I have some hair. I really love being at the gym. But it's quite a walk. And it is hot outside. And I have to pass a lot of people. And occasionally I get yelled at, or someone tries to sell me something, and it's not so much that is stressful or that's a deterrent, but I have to go through that. And then if something holds me up, I like to go at a very specific time. So if I don't leave at the right time, I worry, well, am I going to get the equipment I want? Am I going to be able to complete my programming in the order that I want? Am I going to get to target this muscle group, or do I need to rethink my entire week? And more often than I would care to admit, that actually deters me from going at all. I think, well, I'll just start fresh tomorrow. And then you have a week like this week has been, and I'm not gonna beat myself up for not going to the gym, but I could have gone. I could have made a better choice for myself. But much worse than not going would be not going and giving myself a lot of mental grief for that. Of course, ideally we'd go to the gym. My personal goal is 4 to 5 days a week. But we all have days or weeks or sometimes a month or two where we just fall off that bandwagon. And I don't really like that phrase. I think it's kind of cliched, but whatever you'd like to call it, we get off track. And I think it's important that we get back on track, but we don't make it a huge deal of it. I think there's something to be said for treating good habits like normal habits. I think it's fine to reward yourself for good work, but I think the more we, I don't know if glorify is the right word, but the more we make a big deal out of doing something that's good for us, the more we make it seem like this huge effort that we've put forth, which is not to say that what you're doing isn't difficult, or what you're doing shouldn't be acknowledged in some way. What you're doing is very important. You are bettering yourself. You are becoming healthier, or you're maybe learning a new skill. But it's something that you want to normalize within your life. And I think the first key to normalizing something is to do it as often as you can. And to treat it as though it's normal. That adage that I am probably going to butcher, but something along the lines of fake it until you make it. So if you have to pretend, if your new hobby or your desire to eat better or go to the gym is anything but normal, or it feels that way, just pretend like it is. Pretend like this is just part of who you are. And before you know it, it will be part of who you are. I also apologize for the temperature in here. A little warm too. Summer. Something I haven't done in a very long time, and honestly I'm not sure if I'll get around to it this year either. Let's just go swimming. And I used to go all the time when I was little. I would go to summer camp a lot. That was something that my parents really wanted me to do because they had always wanted to go to summer camp. Their families couldn't afford it, or they were in other extracurriculars. And I really loved certain parts of it, and I really didn't love other parts of it, but I loved swimming. And I just haven't been in a long time. And that might be an interesting thing for you to do. And just find something that you enjoy, that you haven't done in a while, and go do that thing. For some people, myself included, that's as simple as just read a book. And I read a lot for my graduate school studies, and I enjoyed a lot of what I read, but sometimes it's just difficult to do something, even if we enjoy it, as though it's a chore or an assignment. For example, I always loved writing when I was younger and now as well. But I hated writing school papers. Always did really well on them. Got very, very good grades. But it just wasn't enjoyable when it wasn't something from the heart. Very good. Just moving through that energy. Okay. Now remember, just focus on getting enough hydration going forward. Maybe experiment with the types of foods that you're eating. Of course, you want to get a doctor's approval first. Yeah. No problem at all. Okay. And just treat the things that you're doing to improve yourself, exercising, eating well, treat them as normal habits. It'll get easier, I promise. Even when it seems like it's impossible or seems like you've been doing this forever and you're not making progress, you are. Just keep living the way that you want to live. I think it's a cliche, but Rome wasn't built in a day. This is a process. Embrace the process. I will see you next time.